This is Joe Biden, the resident of the United States. On Friday, October 7th, 2022, Biden gave remarks at the Volvo Group Powertrain Operations Facility in Hagerstown, Maryland. This is how it began.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America. Made in America.
I don't know which is worse, that Biden can't read a teleprompter and screws up every speech, or that Biden supporters are absolute sheep that will cheer for anything.
Made in America. And that's not hyperbole. I'm not joking about that, as you know.
So to the delight of conservative Republicans, the video quickly blew up on Twitter and garnered millions of views. And what makes this even funnier is that just a few weeks ago, Biden made the following claim.
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't. Look. 2 words. Made in America.
Anyway, in reference to what is easily one of the biggest Biden flubs to date, Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from Colorado tweeted out the following. 2 words. Let's go, Brandon. Now keep in mind, the video of Biden's mistake had been making the rounds on Twitter for nearly 20 hours prior to the posting of that tweet. But apparently, a ton of Democrat blue checkmarks didn't watch that video and took Congresswoman Boebert's tweet at face value. David Hogg, gun control activist and failed pillow company founder, wrote, 3 words, you're an idiot. Mike Figueredo of the Humanist Report wrote, oh my f***ing God. And MSNBC's Joy Reid wrote, but which 2 words though? Let's go? Go Brandon? That's actually kind of restrained for a Joy Reid tweet. Amy Siskind, one of the most prolific tweeters on the site, replied to Boebert's tweet saying, just here for the ratio. Man, you played yourself, Amy. Rick Wilson from the Lincoln Project wrote, count slowly this time. Use your fingers if you need. There is remedial help after school if you need it. And John Cooper, one of the biggest Democrat grifters on the internet, wrote, breaking, Lauren Boebert just completely humiliated herself, tweeting, 2 words, let's go Brandon. That's 3 words. She's such a frickin' moron. And of course, the irony here is that grifter geniuses like Chip Franklin over here will tweet about a Republican congresswoman making a supposed mistake, but when Democrat Joe Biden opens his mouth,
And the order, and that increases the total vaccine order in the United States by 50%, from 400 million order to 600 million. This is enough vaccine to fully vaccinate 300 Americans. But we want to make, look, I want to repeat, it'll be enough to fully vaccinate 300 Americans to beat this pandemic.
And you will not find a single tweet from any of these Democrat checkmarks pointing out any one of the hundreds, if not thousands, of Biden bloopers. But washed up actors like Star Trek's George Takei were quick to jump on Boebert. She can't count. I don't understand the use of ellipses here, but whatever. Great tweet, Sulu. Greg Reichart, a soap opera actor you've likely never heard of, writes, 2 words, God, you're dumb. Not only did Greg capitalize your for some reason, but by putting a comma instead of an exclamation point, this sentence doesn't read, God, you're dumb. It reads, God, you're dumb. In other words, Greg, you're dumb. Nancy Lee Graham, another so-called soap opera star, wrote, 3 words, that sad little idiot Lauren Boebert sits in our Congress. Vote. And Charles Johnson, more famous for his tweeting than his actual career in music, wrote, how is it possible for a human being to be this f***ing stupid? Lauren Boebert is not an idiot, and she's not stupid. But she is a threat, and that's why Democrats were quick to seize on the Congresswoman's mistake, because in their minds, they could further damage her reputation. Javier Muñez, who was in Hamilton, and that's pretty much it, wrote, you can't make this stuff up. That is literally 3 words, Lauren Boebert. But right, this is a tweet from you to your Republican base of we stand by God and the Bible, but don't actually care about truth, facts, or human beings. So, as you were, dimwit. So angry. But you might be angry too, if the best thing you were known for was being Manuel Lin Miranda's understudy. As I said before, the left is threatened by Congresswoman Boebert, so much so that liberal rag The Independent hilariously tried to spin Boebert's win into a loss. Lauren Boebert mocked as her 2 words anti-Biden tweet backfires. Biden has done a lot for America in the last 2 years, and Boebert is a dumb, worthless piece of garbage. So let me get this straight. Thousands of morons on Twitter had a bad take knee-jerk reaction to a tweet, but it backfired on Boebert? Man, I don't know how much of this journalism I can take. Next, there's Jay Arnold, the powerhouse director of such classic films as What Happens Next and Shoulder Dance. Jay wrote, "Alt math? Get it?" Christopher Maloney, who plays a detective on Law & Order and clearly not one in real life, wrote, "There's gotta be a stupid prize GOP reps are competing for." And Marg Helgenberger of CSI Vegas fame wrote, 2 words, Christo-fascist. Typical anyone I disagree with is a Christo-fascist BS. And Emmy Award nominated actress Yvette Nicole Brown tweeted, "Preteen level trolling aside, 2 words? 2? Hashtag sheesh. Y'all please stop electing dumb people." And then she tweeted again saying, "You are so dumb. Damn, your dumb hurts." Yeah, and if you think that's dumb, let me show you a typical Joe Biden speech.
In a city like Philadelphia, New York, the big city, Chicago, cost you $12,000 to $14,000 a month for child care. Well, they shouldn't have to pay more than 7% of your income for that.
So according to Joe Biden, in the big city, childcare costs up to $168,000 a year. So Yvette, where's that same energy when it comes to Biden's daily dumbery? Anyway, it wasn't just political pundits and Hollywood actors trying to dogpile on Congresswoman Boebert. Gary Farmer, a Democrat Florida state senator, writes, "Check me if I'm wrong, Scotty, but I'm pretty sure that, in addition to being absolutely inappropriate for a sitting member of Congress, is 3 words, not 2. Farmer is like, "It's inappropriate for her to say snarky things about Joe Biden." Yet Senator Farmer's Twitter account is full of anti-Trump and anti-DeSantis tweets. You know, it's okay for Gary to do it because he's not on the federal level. And spoiler alert, he never will be. Ohio State Representative Casey Weinstein wrote, "That's 3 words. Well, semantically it's 4 words, but great original tweet, Representative." Melanie Dorigo, a failed congressional candidate from New York, wrote, "GOP Twitter is an ongoing example of why we need to value and fund education more." And Dan Whitfield, a failed Senate candidate from Arkansas, wrote, "We need basic literacy tests for elected positions. Being a certain age and living somewhere shouldn't qualify people to serve in Congress or as president." Actually, Dan, I think we also need to test presidents for mental acuity.
If you're a survivor and you have any cell service, go to 1-800-621-3362. 1-800-621-3333. I'm missing up.
Daniel J. Willis, a data journalist, wrote, "This has been up for nearly 10 hours. Well done." And then screenshotted it and wrote, "In case her people figure it out." And I screenshotted both of your tweets, Daniel, for when you figure it out. Charles Adler, a media personality, wrote, 3 words, hire a tutor. Several words, Charles. You're Canadian. No one cares what you think about American politics. Fred Wellman, Twitter grifter and amateur podcaster, wrote, 2 words, dumbass. So this guy has 307 subscribers on YouTube and has a blue checkmark on Twitter, but my YouTube channel has over 500,000 subscribers. Where's my damn checkmark, Twitter? And speaking of YouTube, Barnacles, a YouTuber with 866,000 subscribers, yet in the past year hasn't managed more than 20,000 views in a single video, wrote, "Who wants to tell her that's actually 3 words?" It should be pointed out that Barnacles' channel is supposedly about computers and programming, yet the majority of his Twitter posts are like this one, which is just hyperbolic anti-Republican nonsense. Pro tip, Barnacles, and I'm not trying to be mean, but worry less about Republicans and worry more about your dying channel. Politics or computers? Pick a lane. And with that, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Don'tWalkRun, and while you're at it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, I hope to see you next time, if there is a next time.